All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the A.O. Smith 2023 Investor Day. A big welcome to everyone who is joining us in person, as well as those joining via the webcast. The A.O. Smith senior leadership team and I are really excited to share with all of you today an in-depth review of our company strategy, long-term objectives, growth drivers, and financial outlook. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Helen Gerholt, Vice President of Investor Relations and Financial Planning Analysis. I've been with A.O. Smith for 21 years in various roles in corporate accounting and finance, all based in Milwaukee. My most recent role prior to going into investor relations was corporate controller. So moving on to the forward-looking statements, don't worry, I won't read that whole paragraph to you, but just wanted to offer up a friendly reminder that some of our comments and answers during the event today will be forward-looking statements that are subject to risks and uncertainties that could cause actual results to be materially different from those anticipated in our presentation today.
Very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to India. And let me share with you how A.O. Smith is expanding its presence in India. By way of introduction, I'm Parag Kulkarni. I'm the Senior Vice President International and President of India Business. I joined A.O. Smith early 2015 as the Managing Director for India Business. And it has been a very, very enriching journey so far for me, working alongside a very highly capable, committed, and driven India team. In short, it's been a ride of a lifetime so far for me. Prior to A.O. Smith, I worked with Swedish multinational firms, SKF Bearings and Atlas Copco. And after that, for almost 22 years with one of India's most trusted, reputed, and admired companies, Wipro, running their lighting and office furniture business. Outside of work, I am a marathon runner, a wildlife photographer, and a blogger. So let me take you through India business. And what is it for us to share about India? So A.O. Smith is a very premium brand and well recognized in India with a very strong product portfolio. And when I say premium brand, we are a very consumer facing brand. So in India, a water heating product is fitted in the bathrooms and the consumer knows what he or she is buying for the house. And they are very much engaged with the brand in the decision-making process. Same is the case for water treatment, which is of course even more informed and involved category. So I must say that a general A.O. Smith consumer remembers what they have used in the house and the brand has a terrific connect. And I thought I must share with you that I just met Damien some time back and he was saying that he had an India colleague who had just come back and was saying that he saw a lot of A.O. Smith all over whenever he traveled. And that's what I hear whenever I go into various forums, being a member of a lot of CXO forums or chambers of commerce and all. If I introduce myself, I am from A.O. Smith, a lot of people come up and say, hey, I am using your product. So that's the difference. I mean, A.O. Smith appeals to the sensitivity of the urban, young, upper middle class and middle class, which is expanding terrifically. And that's the opportunity that India presents. So being one of the fastest growing economy in the world, apart from that, great demographic dividend of about 1 billion population under 35 years of age. Average age of India is 29. As India grows fast at about 6%, the per capita grows up and the middle class is expanding terrifically. All of which is fantastic for a brand like A.O. Smith. And what the projections are is that India is going to be one of the youngest nations right up to 2070. So there's a lot of human capital over there. So we are in a great shape at this point of time to really ride this boom. India also, for A.O. Smith India, the team has a lot of local expertise and awareness and understanding of what the consumer wants, how and what the behavior is. And all of that helps in terms of innovating continuously and launching new products and services to our consumers, which has led us to drive a very profitable and sustainable growth. And going ahead as well, that's what is going to help us. We have also tried to expand our footprint because the growth of India is very much bottom up. So what I mean by that, it's no longer a top 7, 8 city, metro city driven kind of a country in terms of GDP. India's growth is bottom up and it's expanding terrifically. So there are 52 cities in the country with a million plus population. And there is an equal opportunity in all these places. So which means that AO Smith really has to be present closer to the customer. And that's what we have been doing in terms of driving our expansions, which means that we are very comfortable and confident that going ahead, we will grow at industry leading rates at 15 to 20% CAGR right through 2028. So let me give you a snapshot of what we have achieved in the past few years and where is this confidence coming from. So 2022, very, very important year for AO Smith India. Coming on the back of 2021, which was a terrific year, we still grew at 4 times the industry growth rate in 2022, which is terrific in terms of performance. But look at the 5-year track record, we have been a CAGR of 13%, and this is despite 2 years or 1.5 years getting lost on COVID. So there is a lot of, positive energy within the AO Smith India team to drive the business ahead. I must share over here with you that we started off as a water heating company when we got into the country, and late 2015 to 2016, we expanded ourselves or diversified ourselves into water treatment category. So till then, 100% of our business was water heater. But today, despite getting into an industry which is a water treatment, which is, I must say, a very competitive field in India with very, very good established competition, very tough to find a place for yourself, to create a niche for yourself. In that, we have been able to create a premium niche for ourselves. And today, 70% of our sales come through water heaters and 30% come from water treatment, which is a good balance. So we are no longer risked with only one business category or one product category. We have a good spread of water heaters and water treatment in our portfolio. I'll also like to share that our strength, of course, when we started was distribution and offline, which has been very, very good. And today, 68% of our revenue comes from offline. But last 4-5 years, we have invested and grown our presence on the e-commerce platform and online platform. So close to 20% plus of our revenue comes from there. And we have created a very strong premium niche commercial business for ourselves. 12% of our revenue comes from there. So that's how AO Smith is in India. But let me talk you through what India is and what opportunity it presents. So India is the number 5 economy in the world today at around $3.5 trillion, likely to be a $5 trillion economy by 2026. And in fact, the recent S&P projections, which came in about 10 days back, project India to be a top 3 economy by 2030. At this point of time, we have just overtaken UK a few months back to be a top 5 economy. By 2030, we should be overtaking Germany and Japan to be among the top 3 economies in the world. So this is terrific. A lot of FDI investments are happening in the country. I must also share some statistics. Out of the 3.5 trillion, the first $1 trillion took 67 years. India had independence in 1947. The first $1 trillion took that much. The second $1 trillion came in 8 years. The third $1 trillion came in 5 years. So the speed is really up. And India is really in a great position at this point of time. And in talking about FDI, since our independence of 1947, close to about $950 billion got invested in India, out of which $532 billion came in the last 90 months. So that's the speed at which India is growing at this point of time. And last 8 years, year after year, the FDI investment has been breaking the previous year's mark. So that's the speed at which the things are changing. So net of all, it's a great position. Today, even startups are really driving a lot of growth in India. And we have among the top 3 nations in the world in terms of unicorns, and a lot of change is happening. So Government of India is investing a lot into infrastructure, be it roads, ports, airports, etc., and driving a lot of urbanization. One more statistics over here that 30 Indians are migrating from village to town every minute. So which means that urbanization is really happening all over. And I'm talking again that India's growth is bottom up. It is expanding in all the cities. 52 cities are a million plus population. So there is tremendous opportunity which is happening. There is a saying that India will create a US, UK in a very short period of time. That much is the urbanization which is happening. So there's a lot of opportunities over there. So which means for a company like AO Smith, which is a premium product, innovation, expansion of market, being present in e-commerce platforms and broad distribution network gets us in a great position to ride this wave of India becoming a fast changing nation. So AO Smith is a very strong brand with terrific distribution strength, broad distribution strength. Just some statistics around it. We are now having over 300 distributors and really reaching out to 13,000 retailers. And when I talk about retail, there's a lot of mom and pop stores in the country. So which is a lot of effort to get into and permeate and reach over there. So that's been our strength. But the bigger strength of AO Smith, because of a premium brand, is also in the big box, large format or modern retail, what we call it, where we have 20 chains and we are represented in 800 outlets. So over there, the real premium customer steps in and our brand really addresses and talks to them, and there's a great opportunity which happens. On the commercial front, we have really expanded our presence and we have now 50 commercial dealers covering the large spectrum of the country, and we are well represented on e-commerce platforms of Amazon and Flipkart. Flipkart is a Walmart entity in India. So that's how we are well positioned. And like everyone over here in this room, AO Smith has a very clear strategy in India, and it's a simple, well understood strategy among all the people of AO Smith India. And what is that? Innovate and expand. So innovation is our core. We are all the time looking at new products, new technologies to ride in and bring in for our water heater and water treatment business. And we are creating demand as we expand and generate new products. On the brand front, we are really addressing that, and I will touch upon it in the slides ahead. And in terms of execution, we are really providing a best-in-class consumer experience. Again, some slides ahead will talk about it. And we have a process-based approach in the country and a platform-based model in terms of new product introductions. So water heater is the core of our business in India, residential water heaters, and we have innovated continuously to raise the bar in the market. In fact, I must share with you that Raise the Bar is the anthem of AO Smith India. In fact, I'm not a great singer, but I mean, most of the times in a factory, on people's ringtones on their phones, or even when you walk in or in your car, people are playing that song, Raise the Bar, AO Smith, Raise the Bar, AO Smith. So that kind of a thing, yeah? So it's very much part of our culture and DNA. We are a young team. I mean, I'm the oldest guy in the team. We are a very, very young team, less than 30 years in terms of average age. So this team is driven around innovating and really launching technologically advanced products which deliver great value for the customers, be it on energy efficiency, longer life, or faster heating. Some of those things which we feel the consumer really values. So technologically, AO Smith provides great solutions, but what I'm going to talk about, and that's something which is core to AO Smith. What differentiates us as a consumer brand and as a brand of AO Smith facing Indian customers is that we pride ourselves on also providing design-based, a modern, styled, aesthetically appealing, really minimalistic style products which the consumer loves to have and bring it to their house. So most of our products talk to the consumer in the sense when you go into a shop and you see a AO Smith product, the product is designed in a way it appeals to a consumer's sensories and it tells the consumer, hey, come and talk to me, feel me, touch me, take me home. That's the way we have designed and constructed the product in terms of aesthetic styling, appeal, etc., etc. I must share over here, how are we able to roll out such wonderful, beautiful products all the time? Because we have an India-focused, India-based R&D team of 30 engineers which are working round the clock to roll out products for India. So deep understanding of the Indian market plus a team which is working continuously, and they and a lot of our external design firms roll out these products, leading us to get 30% of our revenues all the time because of new products. So not just water heaters, but even on water treatment, which is an even more advanced and highly sought after product among the urban Indian middle class. So we are creating new trends, and that's how we are generating demand. So one of the such trends that we created is a hot water product. So at different points of time, our teams, which is the marketing team, R&D team, or even independent research, talk to consumers. And some of their stated and unstated needs get communicated to us. So we heard during our different interactions at different points of time with the customer. Some people said, I have aging parents in home. Someone said, I have a pregnant wife at home. Someone said, I have young kids and I have to take care of their throat. Some others said, I and my husband are very health conscious. We want to start our day with a hot glass of water or a warm glass of water or a green tea. So all of them put together led to a creation of a hot RO water product purifier. And that got launched in 2015, leading further to launching that range in the UV category, further leading to launching a more sustainable. I think Sam talked about how AO Smith has innovated at all times, and RO products lead to water wastage, but we are one of the companies which pride ourselves on highest recovery. So we say that we are among the highest recovery water purifiers in the country. So A, B, C, D, E, a slew of product launches over a period of time, and a new trend created. So hot is the new healthy in India. And all of that leads to, again, 30% of our sales coming because of new products. So we are creating demand by understanding and creating new trends in the industry. So we talked about the hot water. Here is another trend. So as India is urbanizing, as per capita goes up, as it's getting up on the affluent chain, the Indian household wants to have a better life. Water purifiers in India are generally wall-hung units. So not a good sight if you walk into a kitchen that suddenly you have a modern kitchen and there is a water purifier wall hung. So there is a need to create modern minimalistic design which merge or go into the background, and in came under the counter water purifiers. So AO Smith innovated and launched a lot of new products in that platform, and today 3 times of our sales have grown in that category. Same is the case with UV product purifiers. There are a lot of customers. So in India, the water quality in the cities has improved significantly, unlike a lot of places where normally the water quality goes down. So there is a better water quality available, leading to a lot of people saying, I will buy a UV product. But then in that, no premium product available. So AO Smith innovated and brought new modern styled UV product purifiers with a lot of consumer interface kind of a appliance. So it's electronically and digitally operated products. And that's what has led to creation of new trends. And we are continuously investing and nurturing in these trends and grow the business continuous. So that's what is there. Building a brand. So over here, I must say that wherever the consumer is, AO Smith is. What do I mean by that? The normal and regular watering holes, be it Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Google, Amazon platforms, etc. AO Smith digital outreach is over there in terms of product, and not just product. We are just not advertising on products. We as a company, and Kevin talked about it and everyone talked about, we being sensitive to the global environment, sustainability drives us. So be it a Earth Day, we are present in terms of sending a message across. No product advertisement, but connecting with the consumer. Or be it a Mother's Day, or be it a Father's Day. So there's a lot of emotional. Indians are generally very emotional people. So you have an emotional connect also with the brand. At the same time, we need to be there when the festival time is happening. Right now, it's a festival time in India. Next week, Monday is the biggest festival of India, which is Diwali, which is the Christmas of India. So in which case, we need to have offers for the consumers to get excited. So print, we are still a print-hungry nation. We still consume a lot of print. So we are present over there. Or at the same time on Amazon platform, where a consumer is about to make a decision, we influence that by being over there. And likewise, brand building is something which is continuous. A brand is also built through third-party accreditations and certifications. So your AO Smith consumer, is very happy that AO Smith water heater for 5 years in a row has been rated as the most trusted brand, and which is terrific. So that's what the consumer feels good about, and that's how the brand appeal goes up. In the same time, as new certifications come up, AO Smith was leading among the largest players for getting that certification from Government of India. And on an e-commerce platform like Amazon, we are possibly among the highest rated within our category in terms of ratings and reviews, leading the consumer to develop more trust, more appeal for our brand. And our net promoter score is continuously going up. So that drives us to being present where the consumer is. And we have expanded our distribution footprint significantly over the last few years. We started with about 100 distributors in, say, 2016. Today, we are 300 plus distributors covering large footprint in terms of retail outlets. And I must share over here that how have we been able to appeal. So with the distributor, it's not a relationship which is just a commercial transactional relationship. A distributor is an extended part of an AO Smith family. We are one family, one unit. And that's what the distributor firmly believes because of a program called a Sankalp, which is one of its most unique kind of a distributor-oriented program. Every year, we conduct one annual event where the chairman, CEO, like last year, Kevin was over there, present, and we have something called as a Hall of Fame, which means for the full year running, not just on performance, on sales, but on various parameters in terms of educating the customers, in terms of premiumization of product offerings, various things, and best payment, etc., etc. We reward the distributors. Today, the distributors want to be on the stage receiving this award from the chairman and CEO of the company, getting an acknowledgement in their public forum and peer group, and that drives a certain behavior. And they are very, very committed to working alongside. So although within the industry, they represent only us, but they also sell various other products. Our aim was that they treat AO Smith as their #1 principle. And that's what this program has been able to drive. And that's what is helping AO Smith a lot. Coming to commercial, again, we were among the first to bring in heat pump offerings in the India market, and premium customers, aware corporates, were very much happy to have energy efficient, sustainable products for their requirements, be it hotels, healthcare facilities, educational institutions, premium condominiums, etc., etc., or even high net worth individuals for their villas and all. So commercial business has been growing at a fast clip as we continue to invest in that business. One of the best things which I am very, very proud of to share with you is the brand is not built by just innovating and getting the best product at the highest and the most premium technology, but leaving the customer high and dry. AO Smith India has invested in possibly one of the best served customer experience, not just for the industry. We do not really benchmark ourselves with the industry, but we want to be among the best wherever consumer experiences that. And our service is really raising the bar continuously. We have invested in technology to enable the consumer to touch base with us any time in the day or night. And we provide 1,200 technician plus over 14,000 zip codes, 365 days a year, all the time, and try to solve the consumer issue, if at all, within the same day. And that's what the service stands for. And that premiumization of service is building the brand of AO Smith in India in a very, very strong manner. What does that mean to the business? Water treatment provides us an opportunity to have annuity business of annual maintenance contract, because there are consumables and other things. So you can see at the graph below how our business in terms of AMCs is growing. It's a very profitable way of growing the business. What is there for the consumer? Peace of mind. So I think every consumer values that, and that's what is helping us terrifically. Now let me share with you a simple one of the platform-based approaches that has been working for AO Smith in a very, very good way. Much like an automobile industry, where you create a heart and then you package a chassis differently for different products and roll out. So AO Smith also has a very platform-based approach. What does that mean is that based on various value propositions and customer touch points, and even India as a geographical nation has a requirement which is little different in different geographies, we are able to do that through this platform-based approach and launch a product time after time, time after time. What does it mean to the retailers? To a retailer, whenever a consumer walks in, a retailer wants the consumer to buy and go. He doesn't want a solution to come from somewhere else. So, and a customer is always looking at the latest offering. It goes to the retailer and says, what is the latest? So the retailer is very happy that AO Smith is launching every time and again new products. So they say, okay, this is the product that is the latest, please buy it. What is there for AO Smith? I think we are able to launch new products with minimum tooling investments, at the same time also use inventories and cut down on our operational cost. So net of it all, through a lot of these initiatives, through innovative products, launch of and expansion of these in the market, through commercial expansion, e-commerce expansion, and great customer experience, we feel and very confident about delivering industry-leading 15 to 20% CAGR through 2028. We will maintain our margin profiles and invest into our business to grow our presence in India. So let me summarize over here. AO Smith stands for premium brand positioning, a great brand connect with the consumers. India is one of the most happening places. I gave you a lot of examples for that. AO Smith India understands and has local market expertise, and we are innovating fast and we are expanding fast to reach out to all the consumers in the market. And we are very confident of delivering 15 to 20%, market leading growth right through 2028. Thanks a lot.